Alright, you silky smooth bastard. So in this video, I'm pretty much going to break down how I would change Skarlet and really answer the question, how should NRS change Skarlet in this next patch? So one thing that people definitely want and has been talked about since God knows how long has this been talked about is for forward 4 being 11 frames instead of 13 and having no gaps in it. That being said, back then I was a little iffy about it, but hear me out. The reason why I was iffy about it is because I feel like they would change the frames on it. So this will be 11, which would be awesome. You can stop mashers, which is something that if you're a Skarlet player, you're going to get mashed out on. The first hit is -6, which I don't really see them changing it, which is completely fine with me. I could do the old dirty bastard. I could do a little short hop on his long cock, little things like that. But the second hit being -1, I definitely see them changing that. There's no way. There's going to be no gaps in this string. I definitely see it being -7, I don't know. Who gives a shit, right? But what I want from this string is, 1, for it to be 11 frames, stop mashers. And then 2, for me to be able to do something like this without getting interrupted. Like, that should be a thing. Or even me being able to go into tongue. I don't have tongue on me right now. But, like, there's certain characters that could actually mash out of that. So I just want Skarlet to have a safe option. Or even to be able to do something like this without getting mashed out on. You could actually poke Skarlet out of that. But at the same time, you do have her parry. But that would be nice in my opinion. Even if you could still get poked out by this, I would not trip. But as long as I could do this and go into tongue, that would be great. And I'll be a happy camper. So I don't know. It's up in the air on how they would change this. I hope this still remains -6. And the second hit will be nice if it was -1, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But that being said, that is definitely a welcome change that if they gave Skarlet, I will be aboard on. Next are probably some changes that I don't think many people talk. I don't think anyone talks about this shit, but I want this. This is probably my #1 request for Skarlet. And that this is -13. Yeah, I know. And this is -12, right? I want both of these to either be like what, -7, -6, something like that, because it would just make her freaking stagger game, her strike throw game, so much better. To be able to do something like this and then walk up grab, like doing this and like it's so bad. It's like not realistic. You cannot do this. Like, it takes so much time to be able to do something like this, and to be able to go walk up grab after. It's nice because you have to guess between a blood ball, this, and then if I have tongue, I'll go into that or whatever. So that would be nice. Even this guy as well. Of course, you have safe options off of it, but it would be nice to stagger one of these. Doesn't have to be both, but just to be able to stagger one of these would be really nice. And next is a change that I don't know how people are going to feel about this, but I think this is a dope idea. Hear me out. Now, you have Skarlet's parry, which in my opinion is the best parry in the game. They could really make this move into a complete game changer. One thing that I think would be really tight is that when you do a Skarlet parry cancel, like off the bat, like do something like this, it would cost a bar, but the recovery for it will be like what is it, -5, -3, or so, roughly around there, to like make Skarlet have a nice strike throw or reset neutral game. To be able to do something like this and then step back overhead online, this could possibly work, but like offline, it would just no, it's not gonna happen. To be able to do something like this, then walk up grab will be nice, and I'll be like pretty much it will work exactly like Shang's Rain, when he could cancel out of it. A move like that just, there's multiple ways of using it. One being a parry, and then the other one, cancel and then strike throw. That would be fucking dope. That's something that I would love to see Skarlet have. Because you have to guess between, her tongue, her blood balls, and then have a strike throw game. It will make Skarlet really, really strong, in my opinion, and just give her way more mind games. And you're wasting a bar. I think it will be a fair change. If you are gonna cancel off of it, waste the freaking bar and to actually be able to do certain things like that. Because if I do something like this, I can get full-blown punished. But if I do something like this, and then, you know, I'm safe, and I'm able to block my opponent's poke, they'll poke me, I can grab them, I'll throw my 11 frame mid, hopefully, and man, Skarlet will be very, very strong. You could really have deep mind games with her on your opponent. Things like that. I think this will be a really dope change. But who fucking knows? Next one is her back 3 being a combo launcher. Instead of it launching my opponent all the way over there, how about have it launch much closer and to give Skarlet some fucking combo potential, because the only thing she really has is this. And that's it. And the damage it does, it's perfect. We cannot complain. But if I'm able to do this and like get like 20 something, even 20%, I would not trip. Like if it's like 20, 23, like I think 23 or 24 will be a good number to do that, and then I'll pop them up. I'll do something like that, go into tongue or go into trance or a restand. That will be really, really good in my opinion. But what they could also change to make it unsafe, in my opinion. They can make it unsafe, and if they block that shit, cool. They block that shit. It is what it is. Because again, we have tongue, we have blood ball. You know, make it unsafe and make it be a combo launcher. I think that's fair. I swear to God, I really think that's fair. And then you add a little parry cancel to it. It's worth it. In my opinion, I think that would be really tight. Next one is, oh man, I've been wanting this since literally the fucking beta. And that's her freaking Ghost Blicky. Her chance, pretty much. Give me the hit advantage of 8. Don't do me like that. Give me the hit advantage of 8. Like, what is the fucking deal? And like, why does it have to be minus a million? There's other moves out there that do more damage. Could do, like, Cetrion's Deadly Winds. That shit, come on. And this shit's minus, what, 53? I could literally make myself a hot pocket, jerk myself into a fucking coma, and wake up, watch 3 UFC events back to back, and still have time to punish this motherfucker. It's kind of wild. I feel like it should be like at least like minus fucking 20 something. I don't know. I think that seems fair. But for where I am throwing it. I guess, you know, they could keep it the same, but two things I want: more hit advantage off of this, definitely more hit advantage off of this, and me to be able to do a down one and go into trance without getting interrupted. That is like, if alright, if you block my fucking poke, that's cute. You think it's your turn, boom, Ghost Blicky. You could poke out of that, which sucks, but if they changed it, like, that will give Skarlet so many mind games off of her fucking, what is it, off of her down 1 and her down 3. You could do this, go into parry, or you can go this into Ghost Blicky. Come on. What are we doing here? That would be really fucking dope, but that's yet to be seen. I think Boiling Point is fine the way it is. I think Retribution, maybe giving it a little bit of more hit advantage, that would be nice. I think the damage is fine. I think it's fine. Red Rain, I think that move is fine. But one move I definitely want, oh, this is going to be a controversial one, because I've been flip-flopping on my opinion on this one for a minute, and that is her slow blood ball being worth 1 slot. I think it should be worth 1 slot, or no fucking slots, in that matter of fact. I think that will give so much depth to Skarlet if this was like worth no bars. Man, that would make Skarlet really strong, in my opinion, and make her into such an interesting character. There'll be just so many crazy mind games with it, or just it being worth, even if it's worth 1, it'll be worth it, in my opinion. You have teleport, you have Boiling Point, man, you could have some crazy shit. Even though I would not use her teleport because it's fucking terrible. That being said, this is probably my favorite move in the entire game. I pretty much fathered the style on how to rush down with it. Back then, people were using this to keep motherfuckers out. Me, I was using this to close in on motherfuckers. I actually fathered this style because I've never seen anyone ever use the blood ball the way I use it. So I'm pretty sure if you run into a Skarlet and throw Blood Ball and they're walking you down and doing shit like that, that's something I fathered. But the fact that it'll be one slot, man, it will make Skarlet into such a fun, interesting character, and she would have so much depth for one fucking move being worth one slot. I guarantee it. I would be able to make so many videos off of crazy shit Skarlet could do. It'll be very, very wild. But that being said, what else should they change of Skarlet? I would definitely like to hear some people's opinion on how they could change Skarlet. I think everybody would say, "Oh, remove some of her gaps." That's cool. But I kind of like the fact I like the fact that people know that she has gaps and they start flawless blocking her. Because then there's things I could do that could fuck you over, but I'm never gonna make that video. I'm sorry. Um, I don't know. That could be something that would be cool. But honestly, what are people gonna say? You know, make her zoning faster. I think you're kind of missing the point on Skarlet. Is just that she's just, believe it or not, she hits hard. Like Skarlet hits very, very hard. She has a crazy knock. Like the amount of mind games she has from her knockdown. Like she'll knock you down right there. You know, you got a little meaty thing going on just due to the range. Your opponent tries back rolling. You can do a sweep. You can do an overhead. And then you could pop your opponent all the way over there. I'll throw a blood ball. Still my turn against Ernie. Like, what is Joker gonna do? I pimp that little bitch over there. Throw a blood ball. What is Joker gonna do? He's gonna do his little boing thing. Anterior little bitch ass. What the fuck is he gonna do? There is definitely a lot of things that they could do with Skarlet. Some, I think one thing that I definitely want to see is more combo potential from Skarlet. Because I play Skarlet so much that I kind of bring my habits with Skarlet with other characters that I use her just to get unbreakable damage, and just very strike throw with her. Like things like this, like I've never in my life landed like this combo unless you do something really, really bad. I never hit confirm this combo because I don't want to deal with you breaking out because Skarlet has no real meaty. So if I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna hit you with this right here or do something like this or whatever. I don't know. There's just so many ways to open your opponent up with Skarlet. But those are definitely my main changes. 11 frame mid, that's just something that people want. I really don't give a shit whether they do it or not. That would be dope. But I think the parry cancels, like wasting bar for like to have really like good recovery, like minus fucking 2, minus 3, 5, whatever. That would be really dope. One of these moves being like, I would even say this move to be minus 6 for strike throw, and then this move being unsafe and it be a combo launcher. I think that would be fucking dope. If they do these changes, I will be so happy. But let's be real, they're not. And there's other things I'm pretty sure. I would definitely like to hear some of the shit in the comments. I forgot your goddamn name, but there's somebody, I forgot whose stream I was watching. And somebody said that this should be an overhead. God damn it, I forgot your name. But that would be actually really dope too. Think about it, right? You do something like this, that'll be an overhead. You low 50, a nice little fitty, you know what I'm saying? Low overhead, and then you can low cancel or low. That's actually an amazing idea, by the way. Making tongue into an overhead, that would be dope, but I don't know. What we say? I think it's Kermit. I think that's your fucking name. I keep forgetting. But that being said, hopefully you bastards enjoy the video. Hallelujah, holla back. Check you bastards later. Deuces.